What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about silver stackers, but not the average silver stacker. I want to talk about the crazy silver stacker. You know who I'm talking about. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive precious metal content. Link in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, we got t-shirts and hoodies, a bunch of gear that's raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, including the brand new DYDSS in-frame t-shirt, hoodie, and sticker. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. I've been getting a couple very strange comments on some of my videos lately, and they're more so regarding prepping, and I want it to be very clear because I've said this in the past. I do consider silver to be somewhat of financial prepping. I've always said that I see silver as a way of prepping for my own personal financial hardships, not necessarily for a complete and total economic collapse, you know, the collapse of the US dollar or anything like that. I mean, yeah, maybe on a much more macro level, but for me it's more of a micro level of financial prepping, where let's just say you get laid off work, or let's just say you get hurt on the job and you're physically unable to do the job. Now your income is taken away from you and you may or may not have hospital bills and whatnot. You know, I try to be financially prepared for things like that to happen, and it's why I stack a lot of other things, not just precious metals, not just silver, not just gold, but I stack a lot of supplies, I stack a lot of equipment and tools, medical stuff, first aid stuff, personal hygiene stuff, food, water, you name it, I'm stacking it. And it's pretty funny because even though I have spent the last year and a half of my life prepping in so many different areas, the more I learn about the realm of prepping, the more I want to prep. However, the more I learn about the prepping community, the more I want to stay as far away from it as possible. And it goes for the financial preppers and crazy silver stackers out there. I'm talking about the ones who, you know, they're like Chicken Little out there. They're running around thinking that the sky is falling. I mean, I've watched videos from people who were truly, legitimately claiming that they're prepping for, like, an ice age, you know. In my opinion, it's a little bit ridiculous, and I don't want to entertain those type of people. I don't want to encourage that way of thinking. Not only is it not right, not only is it not appropriate, but it's just not healthy. It's not good to live your life with all of that paranoia, thinking that, you know, the government's watching every move you make, and this person's doing this, and this person's doing that, and all of this, like, tinfoil hat nonsense. I don't want to be affiliated with that. I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be connected to that in any way, shape, or form, which is why I think it's really important when you're introducing somebody to silver for the first time or prepping for the first time. I think it's really important to introduce it to them in the right way. Now, who am I to say what's the right way, what's the wrong way? I'm probably not the one for the job, but from my own personal experience, I think it's better to maybe not try to scare someone into it. Maybe if you're trying to introduce someone to silver stacking or gold, or you think that maybe they should start to prep or whatever the case may be, the one thing at the end of the day that you're going to want to hang on to is your credibility. You don't want that to go out the window. You don't want to lose that, and you will immediately lose it if you approach someone or try to introduce the concept of stacking or prepping to someone by trying to scare them into it, by showing your fear, by fear-mongering and telling them all these terrible things are going to happen, and the only way you're going to make it is if you stack silver. You know, the sky's falling, you know, end of the world's coming, it's going to be an ice age, you got to stack silver. You're going to appear to be this crazy silver stacker. You're going to appear to be this crazy person who has no concept of reality, and as soon as somebody has that impression of you, maybe you've known them your whole life, but all of a sudden if you approach them in this way, in this fashion, you're gonna scare them away, and you are jeopardizing your credibility. So you in no way, shape, or form want to do it this way, in my opinion, from my perspective. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys can do whatever you want to do, but from my own personal experience, that's probably a really good way of scaring somebody away from silver. They're gonna think, oh my god, all of you silver stackers are crazy. You think the dollar is gonna collapse tomorrow. You think, we're gonna turn into Venezuela sometime next week. If you approach somebody, if you share your thoughts, if you share what you know with these different people, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, a significant other, or someone else, you don't want to scare them away. You want to introduce it to them. And I know I'm talking a lot about, the crazy stackers out there, but I just want to be very clear that the average stacker is fantastic. The average stacker, I'd say about 95% of the comments that I receive on my videos are positive, are uplifting, are welcoming, especially when I was brand new to the community. So that's probably the way that you want to be. But every once in a while, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of the time, there will be that person who has something not just negative to say, but they'll have something borderline insane to say, and I can't rationalize how a human being can function with that type of mindset. And I try to pay it no mind, I try to pay it no attention, because like I said before, that is not the type of person that I want to be affiliated with or associated with. That's not the type of person, that's not the type of way of thinking. I don't want to encourage that way of thinking. At the end of the day, I do not believe in paranoia. I do not promote paranoia. I do not fearmonger. I don't do anything like that, because I have seen people do that to me. I didn't agree with it, and it was very, very off-putting. So I do not believe in pushing my beliefs on other people, and I do not believe in scaring people into doing something that I want them to do. I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's appropriate, and I absolutely do not think it's healthy. So I would say the best way to introduce someone to silver would be by sharing what you know. Share maybe one coin with them. I mean, sitting in front of me, I have a decent amount of silver, I guess, but maybe, maybe it could be a little bit overwhelming if someone's just sitting there at the kitchen table and then you just drop a bunch of, mint tubes and bars and rounds and coins in front of them. So maybe you want to show them one coin. Depending on where you live, I think maybe if you take the pure silver coin of your country, I live in the US, so we're lucky enough to have the American Eagle, and we're also lucky enough to live in America. Love this country. But I would say take the coin of your country. It's the one that most stackers in your area are probably the most familiar with, and maybe just share the coin with them. Show it to them, let them know what you're doing, say, hey, this is just a cool way that I'm saving money. Or you could introduce it to them by, throwing out a little bit of bait. See if you can interest them, see if you can get them to ask you about silver without even having to do any, introducing on your own. You can, talk about maybe a bottle cap collection, or you can ask them if they ever collected baseball cards, or whatever the case may be. You can ask them if they ever had a little bit of a collection or whatever, and, maybe you can mention a coin collection, and then you can show them one of the coins that you have, and then you can talk about how there's a lot of people out there who actually stack a bunch of these because they want to save money and they want to be, safe and smart with their money, and it's more so financial prepping than it is a collection. I would say maybe introduce it to them that way. Don't introduce it to them in a way that's going to make you look crazy. Don't introduce it to them in a way that's going to make you look paranoid. You're going to scare them away, and that's the last thing that you want to do. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, I know it was a little bit weird today, but if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe for new videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive precious metal content. Just posted 3 new silver and gold themed vlog style videos over there. A hidden camera pawn shop integrity test video, as well as a product review. Link will be in the description. And if you guys want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got t-shirts and hoodies, a bunch of gear that's raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, and of course the brand new DYDSS in-frame t-shirt, hoodie, and sticker. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, if you were to introduce someone to silver, how would you do it? Or if you already have introduced maybe a friend, a family member, or someone that you know to silver or to prepping, how did you do it? Or are you going to avoid it at all costs? Or are you on the other end of the spectrum? Are you somebody that has maybe known someone in the past that tried to get you into silver, gold, or prepping, and they completely scared you away? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.